Hello everybody, and I hope you are doing well. This is my first video, and the question we have today here is ionization energy of a nitrogen is greater than that of oxygen, right? So to understand this question, we need to know what do we mean by ionization energy. So to start off with, the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an isolated neutral gaseous atom to infinity is known as ionization energy. The ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an isolated neutral gaseous atom to infinity. We can represent the ionization energy as here xg, x subscript g means an atom and gaseous atom. When we give the ionization energy, when we give the energy to a gaseous atom, it would remove the electron. We would remove the electron from a gaseous atom when we give it an energy. So when we remove an electron from an atom, it will form a plus charge. So we can represent the ionization energy as an atom which is gaseous. We give it an energy, then it will lose an electron, forming a positive charge. Now, the second thing to understand here is the electronic configuration of nitrogen and oxygen, right? Nitrogen has an electronic configuration as 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3. 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3. In case of oxygen, it has an electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4, right? So comparing the electronic configuration of these two, nitrogen and oxygen, we can see that nitrogen has a half-filled valence p orbital. Here you can see nitrogen has half-filled p orbitals, and oxygen has one more electron in the valence p orbital. So nitrogen has half-filled p orbitals and oxygen has one more electron in its valence p orbital. So the third thing we need to understand this question is when an atom becomes highly stable. When does it become highly stable? So an atom is highly stable when its valence electron is completely filled or half filled. An atom is highly stable when its valence electron is completely filled or half filled. Here we can see, comparing nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen has an half-filled electron, so nitrogen is more stable than oxygen. So when an atom is highly stable, its ionization energy is more, because it is more difficult to remove an electron from an stable atom than an unstable, not so stable atom. So therefore, the ionization energy of nitrogen is greater than the ionization energy of oxygen, right? So a quick rewind of everything. The ionization energy of nitrogen is greater than of oxygen. To understand this question, we need to understand three things. One of them is the ionization energy. We start off with the definition as the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an isolated neutral and gaseous atom to infinity is known as ionization energy. It can be represented as an atom, which is gaseous atom. When we give energy to it, it would remove an electron, forming a positive charge. Then we looked at the electronic configuration of nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen has 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3 electronic configuration, whereas oxygen has 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4, one more than nitrogen. When we compare the electronic configuration of nitrogen and oxygen, we can see that nitrogen is half filled, whereas oxygen has one more electron in its valence p orbital. Then we understood when an atom becomes highly stable, right? So an atom becomes highly stable when its valence electron is completely filled or half filled. In case we're comparing with the nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen has a half filled electron. So nitrogen's ionization energy is more than the ionization energy of oxygen, because it is very much difficult to remove an electron from a stable atom than to remove an electron from a not so stable atom. Here nitrogen has a very stable atom because it is half filled, and by the property of atom we know that when an atom becomes half filled, it is very difficult to remove its electron than removing an electron from an atom which is not half filled. So the ionization energy of nitrogen is greater than of oxygen. So thank you for watching till the end. This is my first ever video on chemistry. I'll do a lot of other videos too. I do a lot of computer videos, programming videos. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and in future I will upload different things. Do check out my other videos too, and have a good day.